My first time I remember singing was Silent Night at church, and I played an angel. And I had to be between 5 and 8 years old. So I've been singing that long. I was focused on my music, but the reason why things didn't go well for me in the 70s and 80s, because they told me I didn't have the look. They told me I was too dark-skinned, too short, too fat. And then once I got past 25, I was too old. So the 70s and 80s didn't do it for me as far as singing, trying to get out there and make something. They didn't want me. So that's when I just did more church, and I just did 9 to 5 jobs working. I got a job like at Rikers Island. I was a prison guard. I worked for Wells Fargo Armed Security. So I just went and did jobs, management, in office buildings. But on the side, I still did wedding bands and, some weekends, a little job here, a little job there. So I'm 51 now. So the last 12 years I've been doing the soul and the R&B with the Dap Kings. I think maybe that sort of had an influence on of my musical background, being in the South, being born in the 60s, being around when that time. So I grew up, 66, 10, 76, I was 20. So I was around, I grew up with that stuff. I think what we're doing, I had more than just James Brown influences, had like the Stax, Motown, Otis, Booker T and MGs, Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, so I had all of that coming up. Oh, it feels great. And I think a lot of that has to do with Amy Winehouse and Mark Ronson getting the Dap Kings and giving them that exposure, putting them mainstream. And then they like Dap Kings and who's Sharon Jones. And so now I'm just all in the States, every magazine, newspaper, I'm just all over the place. They say we're one of the hottest groups out now, and we're independent. And I just got some little news over here yesterday. Someone from France, from Euro, what they call the radio station called Euro 2 or something like that, mainstream, asked her why she wouldn't play my song. She said she don't want to play my song on that mainstream station because my music is too black. That's so stupid. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. And I heard she's supposed to be a Sharon Jones and Dap Kings fan. She buy her albums, but she won't play it on her radio station, mainstream. It's too black. I don't understand that. She'd rather play something on where these guys be all talking about the butts and the behinds and the whipping this. And my stuff is like, how do I let a good man down? 100 days, 100 nights. No, man, simple stuff. And she says, too black. What does she want me to do? I am black. What she expect from me? Well, Amy's just 20-something years old. And Amy went to that sound because of me and the Dap Kings. She was inspired by our songs. And I guess she wanted that sound, and Mark, they came out and got the Dap Kings to do it for her. Yeah, so I inspired her. Yeah.
Make you feel proud?
Yeah. Because people's trying to say, how do I feel taking the back seat to Amy and all this? She's the one brought funk me. I'm like, no. Let them talk and say, I'm grateful because Amy's young and they had already MTV, all had her plastered all over the place, everywhere. And by now, you mention her name, you mention my name. So I'm glad she was inspired by me, and I'm glad I inspired her to do that. Because she's the new young 20-something-year-old coming up doing some soul, what they call it. And the people listening to it, And if you need her to get to a different mainstream of people to hear this kind of music that we're doing, then that's good too. As long as she keep doing a good job. She have a great voice. I think everything is... I just wish her health back and get herself back together. But I think either the fame came at her too fast, or maybe she wasn't ready for it. You take some of these 20-year-olds and you hit them out there real fast like that. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. But for these people coming out, if you got a talent and you got a gift, you don't let anything destroy that gift, Whether it's drugs, whether it's a man, whether it's food, whatever that you take, just don't let anything destroy your singing, what you have to do. If that's what you meant to do. Basically, everything you hear on the radio, they all start sounding the same. But I think I told someone, and it sounds weird, but I think as far as the young singers out here, I think as far as attitude, and if I had to do something or duet or wanted to do something, one of these little young hip-hoppers, it would be like Justin Timberlake. Because I think he seems like a little mature little young man, and I like his style. I've been watching him. He do his stuff. He's pretty cool. It's coming out December, the Christmas day, and I'm singing in that. I got a character, Lila. Got a couple of lines, you know. It's a little short part. You know, you go like this, you make, oh, what happened? Let me stop. But it's good, and it's great, and Denzel directing it, and he's starring in it. Got Forrest Whitaker, Harpo production. So Oprah even got her hand in it. Who knows? Maybe Oprah might want to get the cast off a TV show. You know, you never know.
Okay, and then
but
you'll sing a song.
I'll sing one of the songs from the movie. You know.